Well, a very warm welcome to the Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca as hosts Wydad take on the visitors from Nigeria, Enyimba. It's certainly a perfect skyline, lit up for a vital second leg. Wydad with the advantage, having won away in Nigeria. Fine victory, considering the last time they'd visited Enyimba in 2011 in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They could only come away with a draw. On that occasion, they went through to the final, 1-0 on aggregate. At the moment, before kickoff, that's the state of play. So it's from the penalty spots that WAC captain Yahya Jabran stroked it home just before the half-time whistle to give Wydad that slender advantage. And they left the Goodwill Akpabio International Stadium with the victory. Enyimba ended the match with 10 men, although that came in stoppage time, and with Wydad a big chance to try and double their advantage. Alalibo Som-Iari might feel it was worth it. It might depend on the result tonight. So 1-0 to Wydad in Uyo. How will the sides fare as they clash in the African Football League quarter-final second leg here in Casablanca? Wonderful look at the Stade Mohammed V, opened in 1955, just shy of 46,000 capacity. And after what will eventually be 73 years, this grand old stadium will be replaced by the new Grand Stade of Casablanca, a mammoth 113,000-seater stadium proposed to be completed in 2028 ahead of the exciting 2030 World Cup that'll start in South America and then come here along with Iberian neighbours Spain and Portugal. Grand Stade of Casablanca will be the second biggest stadium of the tournament after the Camp Nou in Barcelona. But the Mohammed V still has plenty of life left in it. It's hosted 8 Champions League finals and the 2018 CHAN, which was won by Morocco against Nigeria, 4-0 on that occasion. Enyimba will certainly hope for no such repeat. But it will have one last swan song when Morocco hosts the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. But tonight is where the fans have packed in to see the second leg of the inaugural African Football League, and it really has captured the imagination here to sit as the premium continental competition alongside the CAF Champions League and Confederations Cup, an 8-team competition that will be 24 next year. But after tonight, 8 will become 4. This the last second leg of the quarterfinals to be played. Al Ali came through against Simba, and they face Mamelodi Sundowns. These two clubs, as coaches, Adil Ramzi and Fanidi George, embrace. They are looking to book the last four place alongside Esperance Tuni, who came through and from behind to defeat Tepe Mazembe by 3-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. It's Enyimba this time who have to come from behind, and it couldn't be a tougher venue to try and do so. Wydad Casablanca fabulous run at the moment. They've only lost 3 times in the entirety of 2023 on home soil. 15 wins and 5 draws. That is just an illustration of the kind of performance Enyimba will have to bring to the party. Well, the People's Elephant visiting Casablanca to take on Wydad Casablanca in Morocco's largest city on the coast, just 90 kilometers south of the capital, Rabat. Disappointment for Enyimba that they won another Nigerian title, but missed out on the CAF Champions League. This, their last shot at continental football this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the official anthem of African Football League.
But Wydad Casablanca will not want to give them any gifts at all. So the 3-time champions of Africa, Wydad Casablanca, looking to continue where they left off in their debut in Uyo on Sunday. Just the one change for Adil Ramzi. Hamdou Elouni absent. That sees a starting spot for Montasir Latimi. He'll be looking to help Anash and Bousfian support Cherki El Bari up top. So a refereeing team led by Gabon's Pierre Ghislain Acho. Plenty of experience to manage this fascinating contest as the two captains come face to face. Olo Ruleki, wish luck. Club captain for the start of this season. Of course, Yaya Jabran has little introduction. And 2 appearances at the World Cup in Qatar, including the quarter-final victory over Portugal. VAR, as ever, keeping a watchful eye. So just the one change for Wydad Casablanca. Fanidi George has had to shuffle his pack somewhat. 3 coming in, 1 an enforced change after that injury time sending off for Somiari. So Imo Obot, Bila Jakubu come in, as well as Ikena Cooper to slot in aside 16-year-old Daniel Daga. Both teams feeling the magnitude of the occasion. A semi-final spot in the maiden African Football League at stake. The fans are certainly showing they're right behind this new competition. Vibrant and colourful. Can Their red and white army produce. Can Enyimba cause a real stir? Who will join Al Ahly, Mamelodi Sundowns and Esperance Tunis in the semi-finals? It's the Tunisians that await the winner of this tie in the last four. We're underway here, second leg of the quarter-final. Wydad Casablanca holding a one-goal advantage. Enyimba have it all to do after losing at home in Uyo. They're looking to make a quick start. Flying out of his goal, Ojo Olorunleki getting there first. Was called up for the Nigerian international setup for the recent friendlies against Mozambique. Of course, the assistant coach of the Super Eagles knows him very well, giving that head coach Finidi George is the assistant to Jose Pesero. Finidi George, his little introduction, twice represented his country at the World Cup, 94-98, AFCON champion in 94 with Nigeria, as well as a European Champions League winner back in 1995. And a Patrick Kluivert goal downed AC Milan. He certainly got the CV, but now making his steps as a head coach. To use all that experience to inspire his side. Pressure. The backline of Wydad. Comfortable in possession. Shooting his technical area. Adil Ramsey appointed in July after Juan Carlos Garrido struggled in the wake of the departure of Walid Regragui. Did the Batola Champions League double before leading Morocco to that stunning semi-final in Qatar. Adil Ramsey, after a long, successful career in Europe, started with one of his clubs, PSV Eindhoven, as an academy and then under-21s coach. 46. It's a big step for him to take. Now getting a shot at goal was the aim, but in the end, Ayoub El Amloud have done better with the delivery. Can they do better this time? The left flank, Atiyat Allah wins the match opening corner. Keeping an eye on the Moroccan international, Innocent Oke. Pressure for the visitors. They desperately want to keep things level as long as they can. Sheki El Bari ended the first leg with heavy bandaging on his head. Striker signed from Berkane, not showing ill effects. Strong header from Chikamuso Chukwubu. Ball delivered back in. Jabran gets there first. Well, the flag has gone up. Doesn't seem too many complaints from Ayoub El Amloud. VAR, of course, will take a look to be sure. Jabran with his hand up. It's a good flick and he might just be on. Getting their pens out to draw the lines. The referee, for the moment, it's more interesting in the placing of the ball, but there is a wait. This could be Potential knockout blow for Enyimba. Jabran wants the information early. Ayoub El Amloud, an unused substitute in the international clashes for Morocco. A 1-1 draw with Côte d'Ivoire, 3-0 win over Libya. The crowd still enjoying themselves. It might be a huge roar if this goal is eventually confirmed. They've only had one look back at it. Rightly taking their time to be sure they've got the right decision. Nervous wait for Enyimba in particular. Confirmation the goal is being checked, and the goal has been given. Well, he did look like he was onside. Belated celebrations, but he's certainly making the most of the opportunity. Ayoub El Amloud with the instincts of a striker. Furious reaction. Well, I'm not sure why they're asking for VAR. It's VAR who's made the decision. Ball launched in here. There's no offside clearly there. And at the point he heads it, it looks like he's being played on by Imo Obot. Jabran just putting it into a dangerous area in the 6-yard box. And Ayoub El Amloud getting what could be a tie finishing goal. A 29-year-old ghosting in. And it starts what has been for the defender a good scoring start to the season. Netted in the 3-0 home win here against Hafia, as Wydad made it safely through to the group stage of the Champions League. And now they're looking to put on a show. Free kick not given, but play rages on. Just catching it there, Sufyan Anash. Well, what a start for Wydad. A slender 1-0 away victory. Now they have doubled their advantage. Assist from the captain, gobbled up by El Amloud. Wydad on a mission this season. They look to regain titles that were lost last season. Weren't able to make it a third title in succession. As FAR Rabat won their first title since 2008. And of course, the dramatic Champions League final. Wydad, stunning late away goal, first leg against Al Ali. In the end, it ended in heartbreak, and it looks like being heartache for Finidi George. Ball forward, two options, but it does fall kindly. Montasir Latimi tried to get through again, and El Amloud has absolutely got the freedom of the Mohammed V. Enyimba looking around for somewhere to go, desperately looking for a bit of possession. They've got bodies up top. Going long can be an option. How can they build inside the Wydad half, but they're forced back. Ferocious pressing. Will get a free kick. I mean, Abou Fat coming a long way out of defence. Trying to take it with him, Bilal Jakuba. Just bundling into Icham Bousfian. Doing his defensive duties. Started his career at Malaga before arriving at Wydad last season. Came through the famed Mohammed VI Academy. It's that kind of team ethic. Certainly took Morocco to a semi-final. Certainly the DNA of Walid Regraoui remains at the record Botola champions. Just 1 point in it between them and FAR Rabat this season. Currently second again after 6 games. Point now against current leaders Renaissance Berkane, two-time Confederation Cup winners. Wydad looking forward to another Champions League odyssey. Youssef El Moti will show his comfortability on the ball. Better from Jabran, although getting agreement there. Felt it should have been an Enyimba throw. Daniel Daga, wearing number 17, but just 16 years of age. Part of the Nigerian side, the Under-20 World Cup in Argentina. To the knockout phase, beat the hosts in the round of 16, only to then lose out to South Korea in the quarter-finals. Player tipped for the European scene. It's going to be a real tough task for the teenager. The rest of the People's Elephants already against side the quality of Wydad, especially now an early goal giving them a mountain to climb. Well, of course, penalties now not an option. Only extra time to be played in the final. But with away goals on the cards, Enyimba no 2-1 win would take them through. Much easier said than done. Ball into the midfield. Will try to spray it, but it's quick from Daga. He protects the ball well to earn the free kick. The ball shielded from Zakaria Draoui, the rival from Algerian champions Belouizdad. George animated, attempted to pull on the boots, to do his work from the sidelines. Youssef El Moti. Last season, or the start of last season, from SCC Media. It's really been a step up for the 28-year-old, but to both legs of the Champions League final. This year, Wydad drawn in Group B alongside Simba, who gave Al Ali a major scare in the quarter-finals of this African Football League. ASEC Mimosas of Côte d'Ivoire joining Galaxy of Botswana with the first group game at home to the Galaxy this weekend of November. Really nice interchange. Trying to bundle his way through Cherki El Bari. Ayub El Amloud more of a right winger than a right back. Daga did brilliantly to shift the ball on, but felt something in the clash into that midfield alongside Kenna Cooper. I think just inadvertently trod on. The case being made. Well, the fans certainly not showing much sympathy. Certainly Enyimba can't feel sorry for themselves despite the obvious challenge. Well, Barry bounced a couple of challenges, but eventually losing out. Another down to Imo Obot. Safety first, but it's a good flick on for the chase. Pascalese happy to do so, but confidence on the ball, even from El Motti. Big feature of modern football. Is he only a defender or sitting midfielder, but certainly looks to have more freedom this evening. There's a little look round the corner. And Ash takes a tumble. Take the free kick happily. Chim Busfian. Flanked. And Feld. Now Jebran. Big switch on. El Amloud got there first. Tough ball to take at head height. Enyimba get it back in play, but again, just looking for something from the direct ball. There's nothing wrong with it. It's trying to then at least try and win that second ball, but it's Wydad who come away. Desir Latimi had a look at the space and fancied a run. Showed too much of it though. Daga brings it away. Lovely little flick from Cooper. But Daga beaten by the experienced head of Jebran. And the two players fully committed. Obot and Latimi feeling the effects of that. Obot was fully committed to play the ball, unfortunately. More so for Latimi. Moroccan got there first. The 22-year-old on loan from Trabzonspor. As we look back to the goal, Jebran moving back in field. There the lines were drawn. Ayub El Amloud draws Wydad a step closer to the semi-finals. Well, it took a while to get the right decision, but it was worth the wait for Wydad. Enyimba already suffered on the continent this campaign. 7-goal thriller. Saw them lose 4-3 to Al Ali Benghazi. 90th minute goal from Mohamed Ali. Saw them take Libyans slender advantage, and a goalless draw in Nigeria saw them crash out as Wydad. There's a flick there, not enough to worry Ojo Olorunleki. The ball in behind, but the flag waited for Joseph Atule to get there. Seen much of him, the 23-year-old. One-year deal currently after leaving Lobi Stars. Been in the team of the year for his performances with them. Gone way too early. Taking any chances, I mean, Abdul Fat. Obot. Few whistles for his earlier challenge on Latimi. It's given away cheaply. Nash keeping hold of it. Trying to lay it into the path of El Amloud. Instead, Latimi goes to the byline. Cutback bobbling. Ends up in the advertisement boards. Tule. A ball out. Enyimba show a bit of composure and then go long. Ball loose. Nigerian champions happy to take a throw and take it quickly. Trying to show some daring. Baoma Chijioke. The name includes Miracle. At the moment, looks like they'll need one to deny Adil Ramzi's side. Man on the ball, Ayud El Amloud with the only goal after a VAR check proved he was onside from Jabran's header down. It was a lovely feat. Shirky El Bari. One challenge, a second, the third finally downed him. The referee already prepared to give the free kick. The 30-year-old certainly made himself known to Wydad, all in the colours of Berkane. Scored twice against them. Both the Batola and a crazy 3-3 draw that saw 3 stoppage time goals. And a goal in the 2-0 Super Cup victory in September 2022. After Wydad and Berkane had won Champions League, Confederations Cup respectively, 2022. He made an impression. 4 goals for the first leg. Leave his mark on the score sheet, but certainly left with a blooded head, but thankfully, as mentioned, to be no issue. Al Amloud. Draoui. Amin Bulfat. To his centre-back partner, Jamal Harkness. Lovely little drop of the shoulder. Bousfian. Oh, gets the nutmeg. That sees Akena Cooper penalised. Trying to make his case. Just came flying in. So another set-piece opportunity. Joe Olorunleke trying to manage his 3-man wall. And Nash looks like he might fancy this, seems to have won the battle. The question will be for glory or for a cross? Looks more likely the latter. Joe Olorunleke certainly won't want to be caught out. Does seem to be too far. He left Saudi club Al Arabi for Wydad Adventure, ex-Dutch youth international. Now a chance to deliver. He does go for goal. Certainly had the power, did not have the precision. Of course, in this African Football League, Japan, the only other Wydad player to have scored. Enyimba still looking for their first. They don't just need one, they need two. Even some possession. Certainly look to build some optimism as Obot shrugs off his man, swings it in, just too close to the alert El Moti. Much better though from Enyimba. They did have a couple of shirts in the box. They have stuck with Atule and Gioke strike partnership. Just more of a question of getting them involved. The ankle looks to be the problem, as he points out exactly where the magic spray shall go. At least good news on the bench for Wydad. Bule Sambu in amongst them. His last season's star player. Picked up a knock earlier in the season against Berkane, and then recently pulled up in training. He had a stunning second half to the season. Senegalese forward, just 24 years of age. Into the season with 13 league goals, 10 of which came after he returned from injury in January this year. More firepower for Wydad to come. We also have Miss Zouair El Boutaraji. He's only made 13 appearances since returning from a knee injury suffered in January. He's not yet to feature this season. Another posted missing, DR Congo international Arsène Zola, another out injured. So far, what is at the disposal of Adil Ramzi certainly more than enough. Enyimba have improved, but sense that Wydad have sat back a bit. They don't need to overexert themselves. Of course, after this match, not long before semi-finals kick off, first legs on Sunday. And then a place in the final at stake on the 1st of November. For all the world, it looks as if Wydad Casablanca will face off with Esperance once again. Of course, as two giants of African football, they have plenty of history. Enyimba not yet ready to be history in this inaugural African Football League. Ball forward. A little nudge from Abdel Fattah was enough to just put Chijioke off. I mean, Abdel Fattah, the centre-back, who's an unused Champions League finalist, remaining on the bench, just 3 days shy now of his 26th birthday. Back line alongside Jamil Harkness now on the ball. Gives it to the captain, Jebran, always happy to drop deep and play the quarterback role. He springs it to Latimi. Want to make an impact. Having managed to grab a starting jersey tonight. Wydad Casablanca, three-time Champions League winners. Enyimba themselves, two-time winners. One of a rare collection of clubs to do so back-to-back. At the start of the millennium, 2003 and 04 was when People's Elephant reigned supreme on the continent, beating Ismaili first final, and then a dramatic second as the ball swung across, cleared away from Ikeni Awazi. Danger averted. Wydad just regaining a bit of authority on the ball. It wasn't so much a threat from the visitors. They certainly were seeing more of the ball. Ball just drifting out. This conversation. So they weren't really the two wingers, but Bousfian and Anash finding themselves on the same flank. Certainly drifting. Montasir Latimi also a certain amount of freedom. Moving out from the back. Chuku. The ball given away, and it's an incisive ball to Bousfian. Goes one way, then the other. Trickery. In the end, the final ball lacking in quality. Tule. It's well read. Stepping out of defence. Now getting help from Atia Atala. Yaya Jebran. It's a lovely ball around the corner, just needed a bit more zip on it. Cooper reading it well, the 21-year-old. Listen, okay. Certainly not okay at the moment for Enyimba. They're falling. Although Jebran makes his apologies. Scalese back to his feet quickly enough. Down the line, but it skips away. Sense it's a long night for Enyimba. You have to keep the belief. That's the real task for Finidi George. There was a call there from Latimi, but Martyn WOOD elected to go for a safer route. Had to wait on it there, but Chijioke certainly wasn't hanging around. Well, Hartness feeling a bit of a knock. Dropping deep. Anash. Now he's taken over the deepest role. Jebran telling him to stay put. Certainly does look a tactic with those two Enyimba strikers, just to provide another pass, another angle. And they have found a way out. Driving to the byline, the cut back on. Vital from Cooper to get there first. Well, Cooper trying to inspire. He arrived at the club last year from Sunshine Stars. they're seeing stars. Try and hold on to some hope they can cause at least some trouble to their illustrious hosts. At the moment it's tough to see anything other than a Wydad parade. All well-intentioned, not angled well enough for Anash to break clear onto. Touch for Daga. Listen, okay. The switch there, he was under real pressure, and I've seen them give the ball away cheaply. Martyn WOOD. Touch for Drawi. Linking with Jabran on the spin. Was looking for options. Tries to fire it through the blue wall. Decides to swing it in from deep. Enough height to get Sherki El Bari in on the act. Got to the ball first. Raoma Chijioke. Nine-time Nigerian champions, more than any other. The Enugu Rangers, next best was 7. They won their first league title in 2001. Went on to win 9 of the last 21. They won the title last season, pipping Remo Stars and Rivers United in a playoff. Made the most of their season's end domestically. Rushing out to the Champions League, no Confederation Cup parachute. And they lost the main striker, Chukwu Meka Obioma. He was the top scorer last season with 16 goals. Now will be well known, or at least eventually shall, for Wydad, having signed from Moroccan side Renaissance Zamamra. Another set-piece opportunity for Wydad. Hands up from Yahya Atiatala. High swinging ball. The keeper was nowhere. He initially appeared to have made amends, but he could only palm it into the danger zone, and Jamil Harkness has ended this surely as a contest. The Wydad fans celebrate. It's destination African League football semi-finals. 2-0 on the night. Wydad Casablanca lead 3-0 on aggregate. Shake of the head from young Daniel Daga. And it's a dagger from Harkness. And all too easy. Harkness with the initial header, as Ojo Olorunleke couldn't decide whether to come or goal. He did brilliantly initially, but at that point he was far too exposed. And the man who signed from bitter rivals Raja has popped up with a goal in the colours of Wydad. And that surely is tie set in match. El Amloud after 4 minutes. Harkness 7 minutes before the half-time break. And that certainly has the Mohammed Fifth jumping. The fans getting their chance to sing out his name. I wonder how popular the move would have been, switching from one to the other. From Raja green and white to Wydad red and white. That is the ideal way to ingratiate yourself with your first Wydad goal to surely put this quarter-final to bed. Well, it's looking like a long night in Casablanca, and I'm surprised that frustrations are getting the better of the Enyimba players, and looks like Ekene Awazi is into the book. Scored the title-clinching goal against Rivers United to earn that 9th Nigerian title. It's just naughty there, just stepping in. Unnecessary. So 1 of 3 to net, 3-2 domestic win this season against Aqua United. At least had them coming into this tie in a winning feeling, but unfortunately back to losing ways. And in fact, 1-1 draw with Rivers United back in June brought about the title. Part of a 4-match winless streak ended at home against Aqua. It's going to be back-to-back defeats unless something miraculous happens. Confirmation of Awazi's booking. Something had to come loose on the ground. Don't know if a shin pad or something. At the moment, everything rosy in the park for Wydad. Thought to get on with it quickly through Joseph Atule, the 23-year-old then electing. Just play it back, and it's going to be a tough half-time for Finidi George. What does he tell his team? Of course, they want to dream big, but equally, they don't want to leave Casablanca on the back of a hiding. There is a risk of that. Jabran, there's so much space on this flank. Busfian failed to clip there, but he's kept going. Swings it in. Oh, it's a wonderful third. Well, if one fullback can do it, Yaya Atia Atala says I can too. The Moroccan international with a first-time effort that left Olo Runleke completely bamboozled. No wonder they're enjoying their night out on the town. It was brilliant wing play from Busfian, but what a hit. And when you've got both your fullbacks bombing into the box and producing finishes like that, you know you're going to be a team that's hard to live with. He appeared in all but one of Morocco's World Cup outings, but he put too much steam on that, despite the heroic effort of Olo Runleke to keep it out. Wydad's quality has borne out a 3-0 lead as Daniel Daga goes for something audacious. And you can't blame him. Look at the 16-year-old in the engine room barking orders. And as much established teammates. Of course, the effort from the kickoff never really got launched and going, but here is the teenager. Digs it out to Atule. Cooper didn't get the execution right. Awazi wanted it in behind, although the winger does brilliantly to fight back and nick it off. The most recent of the 3 goal scorers. Tries to slide it through, but Hartness reading that and shows the dangers come from all places. Wydad Casablanca 3-0 up, and all the goals coming from players in their back line. One for the right back, El Amloud. One for centre back Harkness. And Atiyat Ala left back as well, although given the positional play of the fullbacks for Adil Ramzi's side, somewhat misleading. Absolute freedom to bomb up. Time covered, as you can see on the far side. And the wingers dropping in to get on the ball. Here's an example. Tassir Latimi. Big switch of play, not quite enough on it. 3 minutes added on. Might have expected a little longer with the long check to confirm Ayub El Amloud's opening goal in 4 minutes. Maybe given the scoreline, Enyimba won't be complaining. Twisting and turning from Ahanash. I wonder what the second half will bring. Imagine Adil Ramzi will want to wrap some of his stars in cotton wool. Not long, of course, before the first leg of the last 4 ties. Coming on Sunday, this, of course, in the earlier second leg. We saw Esperance win through against Tepe Mazembe despite a... Oh, well, that's a horrible challenge, and I think it's going to be a red card. Not sure. The referee is taking his time, but that was a horrible lunge from a player already on a booking. So even if he escapes a straight red, surely he's going off. It's a scissor kick motion to absolutely poleaxe Karia Trawi. I can't see him staying on the pitch. Well, that may be the luckiest player on the park. Right before half-time, real leniency. And for a player on a booking to get away with a challenge like that, something special. But what's really lit up the Mohammed fifth has been the goal scoring of Wydad's backline. Ayub El Amloud with the opener after a long VAR check. Confirmed he was onside. Jamil Hartness scored it the second time of asking before Atiyat Ala with a stunner in off the crossbar, making it 3-0 at the break. Enyimba with an awful large mountain to climb. It's going to be a tough ask for Finidi George to keep Enyimba's heads up. Wydad Casablanca heading off feeling it's very much job done. Well, Esperance await in the semi-finals. It's going to take the comeback for the ages to see them not square up again with Wydad. 3-0 to the good on the night, but it's a 4-0 aggregate lead. It sees them already with both feet, it seems, in the semi-finals. So utter domination. Wydad Casablanca converting 3 of their 5 shots on target. Enyimba have failed to bring a meaningful action from Youssef El Moti at the other end. And after losing on home soil in the first leg, the People's Elephant have a monstrous second half to look ahead to. Wydad are in full control. Fans may be checking or when the semi-final will be, and no one could blame them. 4-0 up across 1.5 halves of this tie. It's Wydad who are looking ahead to the semi-finals.
Let's dance together now.
So Wydad came into the home tie, the second leg of the quarterfinals, with Enyimba with a precious 1-0 lead given by their captain there, Jebran, from the penalty spot. Just the one change from coach Adil Ramzi, so Montasir Latimi come into the side. But it was the perfect start, the captain turned provider. And on hand was Ayoub El Amloud. It took time, but once they'd drawn the lines, the VAR side confirming the goal. The instincts of a striker. Full-back, brilliantly nodding past Ojo Oloronleke. Jebran's clever header. And belatedly, he would be celebrating and paying a heartfelt tribute. And the ball whipped in by Atia Ala, and then was Jamal Harkness, signed from bitter rivals Raja Casablanca. But that's a way to endear yourselves to your former rivals. His first goal for Wydad, grabbing the opportunity at the second time of asking. Oloronleke caught in no man's land, initially a brilliant save, but then completely exposed. 2-0 and 3-0 on aggregate, and it only got better. A brilliant cutback, and what a finish from Yai Atiatala. All the goals coming from the Wydad backline, and they look home and dry with the semi-final first leg on Sunday. Enyimba with an awful long second half to deal with.
ماشي غير الامور كعرف اللون احمر في اخضر ما كدينا جم وجحيت احنا بحر لا جينا وراه دي بلاص مش كرف في الظهر في الرعد وفي الحر في الصحة وفي المر ديما معاك ما مشيتي نعاود نفكر كي لا نسيتي هنا ماشي 100 وماشي 200 اختار منيل فينا دويتي بالون بحال مرابط سفيتها في الراديو لا تا في الوراق 40 مليون واحد جيبها للبلاد احنا كاع مورا اشهر فليت ضمه بالجيب فالو تشيب تنجيبو تشيب كورة حنا ماليها يا ماليها واحد جوج واحد يلا واحد جوج واحد عاود واحد جوج واحد كورة في الدم ماشي اليوم ولا البارح كي واحد كي جوج كي اكس فوق ديما انا عشري مول البالون انا عشري مول البالون انا عشري مول البالون انا عشري مول البالون يا ماليها
So a quick word between Adil Ramzi and his captain Jabran, who headed them into the direction of the semi-finals by setting up Ayoub El Amloud. He'd already done the hard work in the away first leg, scoring from the spot. But it's been spot on from Wydad in a fantastic first half showing. They do look relaxed, and no wonder. 3-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. Wydad looking to put more misery on Finidi George. What will he been able to say at the break to inspire the people elephant? Desperately looking for something. They're playing for pride rather than a place in the last four. So an absolute stunning view of the Mohammed V. They're pointing the way to victory. And now the teams prepare ahead of an interesting half for Wydad. Likely looking for a professional performance, if not a chance to entertain their adoring fans. For the visitors, the Nigerian champions, very much pride at stake. They need to G themselves up, and it's a lot of the responsibility falling on the shoulders of 16-year-old Daniel Daga. I've had the pleasure of Asamoah Gyan as the co-commentator, and he certainly knows plenty of the pressures, but made his international debut at 17. Of course, as mentioned, went to the quarter-finals of the Under-20 FIFA World Cup with Nigeria, only to fall to South Korea. Unfortunately for Enyimba, it's going to be another poor night in the last 8 stage, as a substitute prepares to come on. Saif Eddin Boura making his final stretching. Mentioned, Chan 2018 final was held here. Morocco won 4-0 over Nigeria. It's already that on aggregate. No wonder Finidi George electing to make a change. Boura having to be a little more patient, and he replaces Montasir Latimi. So Ezekiel Ngomer taking his place in midfield, looks like alongside Cooper, who gets his first touch, and already a positive air about Enyimba. Maybe the shackles off given the painful scoreline. It's going to be an awful long half for the Nigerian champions. wonder if the WAC forwards look to get on the act that they've left to the back line to produce the goals. Playing it to Jamal Harkness. Amin Abdel-Fat will be delighted. He'll spend his birthday in the semi-final clash, first leg against Esperance. It's been very bittersweet today. He's been watching on the Enyimba in the last four. Wydad Casablanca will host here on Sunday against Esperance before the return leg on the 1st of November in Tunisia. Because it would take one of the almighty shocks of world football, really, to see 22 record Batola champions and 3-time Champions League winners to lose from this incredible position. For Enyimba, it'll be a question of restarting the match at 0-0 as Daga looked to have put his side in on goal, going against him. Real old school look, that shorts really pulled up right high. Antithesis of the little socks he's wearing. Certainly someone who's forced his way already to a leadership role, let alone just a first team player. A season loan at the club from wonderfully named FC One Rocket. Rocket tonight was from Atiyat Allah as he smashed it past despairing Ojo Olorunleke. He got a hand to it, could only push it onto his own crossbar. Touch for Abdel-Fat again. It's a fine touch from OK. Wanted the ball out and he worked well. Touch for the substitute. Gomer. Striding out. Innocent OK. Innocent OK having started the first leg at right back. Dropping inside, Bilal Jakubu. Sitting in at the right. The fans raining their boos down on the visitors. Despite the pressure, wasn't the worst ball out, but young Yakubu couldn't keep it in as it swung in. Oh well, it looked like a simple take. Instead, scooped it away. It brings Jabran forward. Substitute, a little bit hot cold. Saif Edin Pura. For himself, the 23-year-old arrived at Wydad Casablanca at the start of last season from Maghreb Fez. 17 starts and 2 goals in the Batola campaign. Well, drag back there, and Cooper will go into the book. Svian hunting the ball. But to stay competitive, but it's such an unnecessary drag back. There was cover. It's a cheap yellow card to pick up. Jabran certainly would have the last word. Instead, looks to be left to Nash and Bousfian to battle it out. Bousfian certainly was the most vocal once it was given. Will be Bousfian, strikes for goal, but it's well over. Decent amount of curl, too much elevation. A bit difficult. Some whistling in the background, but it wasn't the referee. Under a party atmosphere. There's more action on the sidelines, which is what we expected. Jabran. Enyimba trying to look a little bit more solid. Driving forward, Nash wanted to stop. Touch from Bura, of course, scored that seemed to be vital goal away at Al Ahly in the Champions League final. As Daga tries to feed it into Chijioke, but just losing. Real battle with Jabran. He's got the skills, played in the 2012 Futsal World Cup, but plenty of grit as well from Moroccan international. Draoui, under no pressure, isn't willing to just move the ball on unless under pressure, gets it from Cooper. Dropping deep, and Nash. It's fantastic watching the rotation of players, just switching positions. On this occasion, Nash allowing Jabran to push further forward. Tiatala held by the not so innocent. Better is pressing energy from Enyimba, but they're really getting close enough. Flipped away by Atule. Pulled back from the forward position is 3-08. No point in risking star players. It'll just be interesting to see who are the ones that will be withdrawn. For now, Wydad happy to keep possession, although it's another booking and it's Daga this time. He's had a few challenges let go by the referee. Clearly now has had enough. that will allow the substitutes on. So one for Sufyan Anash. Scored 18 goals in the Dutch second tier. That saw him sign for Brighton, though after making no appearances for the top team. Spells at Sparta Rotterdam and Union Saint-Gilloise. Now, on this great stage, the African Football League. So Ilyas Chetty awaits with Abdel Mahmoud and Mohamed Lunajem. So it's the end of the night. Moroccan international Ati Atala leaving with a clean sheet. More impressively, leaving with a goal. Big hugs. There's also Sufyan Anash. Bids farewell. And last but not least, Shem Busfian. Mohamed Lunajem, the 31-year-old attacker, leading on. Time since he was last on the score sheet, mid-March, 3-0 win here against Ittihad Tanger. Yes, Chete, defender having arrived from Angers in France, says Cooper has a problem. Could be interesting for Chetty, the Algerian. 3 seasons he spent with Esperance Tunis. Twice a Ligue 1 winner. Will he be part of the Wydad side to face his old team? Martyn WOOD, just 22 years of age, coming through the youth ranks. Draoui, first touch for Chetty. And titles, as mentioned in Tunisia, but also in Algeria. And looking to do likewise his first campaign with Wydad. Support for Daga, using those long legs to stretch and defend. It's the free kick. Cooper. It's not been much possession for Enyimba. They're trying to enjoy this as the light show of the Mohammed V. It's up. Second leg, quarter-final. Wydad, who are shining brightest. Enyimba trying to focus on the here and now and the fact it's goalless in the second half. The mentality needed to not let heads go, be on the end of a real thumping. It's been a bump to the back. Left a player down to continue. I'll have a corner. Muso Okchua hoped to get a contact, could have been easily out for a throw. Well, no wonder they're on the bench smiling. To the side that have made this a comfortable night in Casablanca. But need a change at half-time. Kiel Gomer headed on. Further 2 to join him. Kusi, Brooklyn. It's on. joined by Murphy Ndukwu. So it's the end of the night for 16-year-old Daniel Daga. Certainly a large learning curve for him and his teammates. The shot was vicious. Offside already. Looking for an early birthday present, Abdul Fat. Certainly off the chest, there was no suggestions of a penalty. The ball, in fact, going out before it had swung back in. So too late. Bidding good night. Long ball searching. Strong header out from Abdul Fat. Twisting and turning. To Giocco. Drawi with a lovely back heel. Jabran though rushed, coughing up possession, rare occasion that it was. Ball swung in. That's more than comfortable from Youssef El Moti. It's a low 5. Bauma, Chijioki. Just taking a breather as much as anything else. Tough night for the People's Elephant. Finidi George as well. The winner as a player. This has been a very tough night as a coach for the first time. 20th of July 2023 is the club. So Nku Kanu become club president. They've certainly got the star names off the field. They need more on the field to bridge the gap to the giants of African football. It is very much the big four heading for the semi-finals. Al Ahly, Mamelodi Sundowns and Wydad Casablanca less than half an hour from confirming their place officially alongside Esperance. Last league match for Wydad ended as it is now against Ittihad Tangier 3-0. It was a Sharki El Bari hat-trick. He's an explosive start to his Wydad career. Hasn't had much of a sniff tonight. Still working. Enyimba backline might get involved now. Twisting and turning. Young Abdullah Ahmoud bounces off El Bari. Does well to win it back though. All recycled. Bura. Vital away goal in Cairo that looked to be sending Wydad to a 4th Champions League crown. Despite Yai Atiyat Allah scoring to lead on the aggregate of away goals. Late header from meant that Al Ahly lifted a record-extending 11th CAF Champions League. Could yet face them again. It will be the first ever African Football League final. These are clubs who want to write their names in history. That opportunity is very much staring them in the face. Still a long way to go. Wydad emphatically earning the right to reach the semi-finals. Ball lifted in, well, he won the header, thumping the ground, Shevki El Bari. Goals in two before this tie. Just got a bit too much under it. As Ojo Olorunleke was flapping it thin air. Cooper. Now the ball was surely to Bilal Yakubu. Last name brings up memories of the brilliant Nigerian international. 58 caps, 21 goals. Enyimba would love a bit of his quality. Brilliant compete tonight, but they've been overwhelmed. The movement and tactical rotation of Wydad, and once again it's the striker playing it forward, it's the full-backs bursting into the box, but then El Bari back on the ball, strikes for a goal, wins a corner. How far he dropped deep to start the move, and then Ayub El Amloud on this occasion, and others as Hati Atala bursting forward, creating those overloads. Highly impressive. Corner kick flung in. The flick there. Pan down, Cooper on hand, but only puts it back to the deliverer. And it almost delivered a fourth on the night. I think two got in each other's way. Bari certainly making himself frustrated again, as he and the opening goal scorer El Amloud look to get that finishing touch. Dancing on the sidelines, Osama Marous preparing to enter the fray. With the fourth official. That's the captain, fantastic, whose header opened the door to really put this tie to bed. Fabulous ovation. Taps his head. They're heading for the semi-finals. We'll be back here on Sunday to host the first leg against Esperance. Marous takes his place. 28-year-old signing from Olympic Safi. Another of the new boys in the squad. Did play a couple of matches in the Arab Club Champions Cup. Otherwise, his debut on the continent for the club. Real shock in that Arab Club Champions Cup. Wydad being knocked out. But they're certainly rising high in the African Football League. Always at the top table. The Champions League comes around. They've now got to do a rare bit of defending. But look how quickly the white shirts rush back as Bura not only protects the ball, but now is suddenly driving releases Shaki Albari. There's only the two of them for the moment. Albari did the step overs but couldn't bamboozle Okechukwu. Shetty. Slowed it down, but tumble for Mahmoud. Bura keeps it going. It's not the best of balls, but it's really well done from El Amloud. Brilliant ball, driven across by Traoui. Deflected back towards his own goal. Olo Runleke keeping his wits about him. Just under 20 minutes remaining. Wydad yet to add to their 3-goal advantage. There's credit to Enyimba. Defended much better. And of course, Wydad, I think, quite needed to be at their effervescent best. Innocent. Okay. Okechukwu. Wydad just taking a breather. Substitutes instigate the press. The chest, Cooper loses out and loses sight of the ball. Lovely little ball. Now cutting back in field. He's got the captain's armband. Ahmed Onajem doesn't get the free kick. Plenty of time. Shetty, but he's behind Onajem. The long-range effort comfortably dealt with. Good chance now for Eriugo and the Ellie. Finidi George. There'll be some stern words. It was always going to be an uphill struggle, that's for sure. I think he would have believed it was better to come from his side. So 17-year-old the LA Peter Eriugo scored a vital goal. Enyimba drew 2-2 with Remo Stars. They clinched their 9th title. Two wins and 3 draws in the championship playoff was enough to hit the heights. Now striding forward, but it's a long-range effort. Saw Danga trying that from one of the kickoffs. That one a better effort, but still Motti clasping it and not sure. It may go down as a shot on target. It's not one that would have registered with the goalkeeper. Interested to have seen whether we can return to action for Bule Sambu. He has made it at least onto the bench, which is a positive. He's the top scorer in the Botola last season with 13 goals. 10 came 14 matches after returning from a muscle tear. Saw him miss 5 games in January. Another issue and then relapse in training. Dad will be hoping that some of their injury players back into action. The ones who are fit and healthy are certainly impressed. Zadel Ramsey's side are striding their way into the semi-finals. Neat play and possession. The blue of Enyimba chasing shadows. Thrown across the Mohammed V pitch. Breaks for Cooper. He's completely exposed. No real support despite 4 blue shirts ahead of him. Yeah, Barry in the after effects. About the options, but likes to go short. Narus fired into Tarawi. It's a great ball over the top. Enyimba looks up, cuts back, bobbles around. Desperate defending. Does do the trick, but now only falls to Shetty. Tarawi fires it back to Enyimba this time. Swings it in beautifully, Tarawi. Acrobatic clearance. Suddenly, the pace increasing. You sense a fourth is very much in the offing. Somehow, still goalless in the second half. How long will that continue? Trying to cut it. Ran away from Tarawi. Cooper. Turn from Murphy and Duku. Now long from Imo Udo. The fans have been enjoying this since right at the start of the match. Just 4 minutes seemingly extinguish Enyimba's chances. Look, El Amloudi's not in a rush, finds Enyimba, clips it across, but it can only find the goalkeeper's gloves. Well, a winner of the CAF Champions League in 2017. Wydad Casablanca did get one over Al Ali. Spent a bit of time with Red Devils' greatest rivals, Knights of Zamalek. Returning home last season. Looking to be part of this Wydad Express. We hope to lift the first ever African Football League trophy, shown off on social media even by FIFA's president, Gianni Infantino. He's been a big help driving this new competition. This is just the appetizer though, this 8-team competition. The main course will be next year, the 24 teams. Really look to change the landscape of Africa's place in world football. apology. Pass forward, but in fairness, nice and okay. Looking after the ball well. Hasn't been the case all the time for the men in blue. Brilliant press from Marus. And now Bura. Comes out to Onajem, who's seen a lot of the ball. Another good delivery. Just couldn't find a teammate. Touch and turn. Unless they have a way out, Kusi Brooklyn. It's coughed up a little too easily to Enyimba. 1-2 with Traoui and then Bulfat. Very happy to come back and get involved, and he's certainly probably more of a false nine tonight. Driving run, and then a brilliant ball. It's a great challenge from Bilal Yakubu. The danger persists. Onajem this time plays it to the byline, just over the head. Barry not able to really attack the ball. A really good challenge there. Winning it cleanly. Enyimba has been tenacious since coming on as a long-range effort. Flies high and over. Well, 2 down. Wounded warriors for Enyimba. May have been outclassed in the first half. They've certainly tried to do their shirt proud with a battling second half performance. They'll be back in their numbers. Esperance await. Needy George and the People's Elephant will be heading back home to focus on domestic duties. So far, it'll be the best of starts to the campaign. Rivers United, the only Nigerian representative now in the Confederations Cup. They'll be taking part in Group C. Enyimba losing their opening game of the new campaign on October the 8th. Beating Aqua United. Some games still to play in the early part of their domestic campaign. Failure to reach the Champions League group stage, and now a heavy defeat in the quarter-finals of the inaugural African Football League. It's hard blows for a club who have lifted the CAF Champions League 2 times in their history. Just getting to more attention, Murphy and Ndukwu. But for the moment down to 10. Cooper showed to pass, but on the spin. Just picked his pocket there. Pascal Eze losing it to impressive Enyimba. Nabura came off him last. Wydad 3 to the good on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. Enyimba looking for some kind of consolation. Finishing this half goalless is about the best they can fight for. Driving run from Ilyas Shete. Now Bura has Onajem to his left, but he goes in field. Finish though, leaving a lot to be desired. did the hard work initially. Enyimba had created some space with his movement out wide. Thumbs up. He'd love that chance back. Another change. Chiliberi, Nachi. Not sure if he's come on for Murphy, and Dukwu looked like he hasn't been able to come back on. Trying to make an instant impact. You see Brooklyn. His rugby tackle couldn't take down Wood. Shetty. Just playing out. Final few minutes. The linesman taking out the corner flag herself. He gains her balance to point for the corner. Ball swung in, keeper gets a hand to it. Lovely touch from Enyimba. Classy operator. Takes out a cross. Well read the flight of the ball from Ojo Runleke. 31, still awful lot to offer. Looking to force his way back into the first team. Sufyan and Anash getting the nod tonight, as they did in the first leg. Is it? No wonder it's much higher passing numbers for Wydad. Just being at home, but it's the quality of their ball retention. It really is a wonderful time for Moroccan football. Of course, the national team taking main headlines after their stunning run in Qatar. Wydad continually at the top table of African football. Once again, proving their worth. African Football League has seen the top 8 go head to head. There's quite the tie between Simba and Al Ahly. 3-3. Seen the Egyptian Giants through and away goals. Mamelodi Sundowns 2-0 up after the first leg. Where Petro de Luanda's Bura goes down right on the edge. He wants a piece of the action. Not far away from getting a penalty. Little step over, cutting fields, and it's just the fluttering from behind from Eze. It's 3 minutes added on at the end. Is their last hurrah to toast for Wydad on what has been a perfect night and a real nightmare for Enyimba. Mamelodi Sundowns getting through 2-0 in aggregate. That was even despite having a man sent off after 2 minutes. The second leg at home to Petro. Tepe Mazembe's lead for the first leg overturned by Esperance. They won 3-0 earlier today. But under the night sky of Casablanca, lit up by the Mohammed V, it's Wydad who have shone bright. 3-0 lead at half-time, 4-0 on aggregate is there a final late flourish. Well, it should have been, if not for fine reaction from Olorunleke. Bura hitting on target, but it was deflected. The keeper still managed to deal with it. Just managing to hook it away. We do have a free kick as Enyimba just cannot get out. Gem over this one. Whips the ball in. It's a really good header away from Okechukwu. Bura feints. He gets a furious reaction from El Amloud, who's once again darting into the box. Certainly has made a habit of scoring. We got the opener tonight. Just 4 minutes. Well, taking it on the chest, El Bari. Linking with Ahmoud. It bounced away from him. Lovely little header from second goal scorer, Jamal Harkness. Of course, Atiyat Allah has already headed off. An early rest. Wonder Adel Ramzi taking players off, including the captain Jabran. Little flick there, Bura nudged in the back for the scoreline. Enyimba certainly taking their chances, but they couldn't take any over the two legs. Wydad Casablanca with a fabulous victory, 3-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. They will face Esperance here in the first leg of the semi-final on Sunday after a demolition job on Enyimba. It's three-time CAF Champions League winners who advance to the last four. All smiles for Atiyat Allah and co. The defence shot them into the semi-final. Hard lock on Enyimba. But it's Wydad who advance. Al Ali Mamelodi Sundowns and Wydad Casablanca and Esperance, the 22-time Botola champions, complete the final four. So in the night sky at Casablanca, the Mohammed V, Wydad 3-0 winners over Enyimba, 4-0 on aggregate. Adel Ramzi, in his respects to the officials, he'll know he has Wydad set up for a real cracker. But Finidi George, now speaking.
I think they played well, but at the same time, I think we defended poorly in the first half, and that was the 3 goals they scored in the first half. That was the end result. So next time, got to do better defending and track down players and make sure they don't have easy scoring chances.
What made the difference tonight?
I think they were composed. They kept the ball properly, made use of the space behind my team, and I think we gave them that early goal. I think that was a mistake from my team, my players. They would have done better defending, but that didn't happen. After that first goal, I think we knew it was difficult, but yeah, we gave a fight, I think, in the second half, and they couldn't score a goal. So it's a lesson for the players, and we'll work on that.
Yeah. What can you say for the supporters of Enyimba?
Yeah, it's a sad one. It's a sad one. I think when you lose at home, you know, definitely it's going to be difficult away from home. But I thought if we had held on to 0-0, would have had that opportunity maybe for a goal to, you know, go into extra time. But when they scored that goal before the 3rd minute, I think, yeah, it was quite difficult from that moment.
Thank you very much, Coach. And
Yeah.
hard luck.
Thank you.
كوتش مبروك.
شكرا.
شو يمكن نقول على المقابله ديال اليوم؟
المباراة كما كنا السيناريو اللي كنا تنتوقعوا انه هو اللي لقينا. الدراري كانوا مركزين كما تنقولوا تاكتيكمون، كنا ما لقيناش مشاكل دفاعيا، وكما قلت الى كونترولتي المباراة فانه تنحاولوا نستغلوا الامكانيات ديالنا. سجلنا اهداف جميلة، دومينينا المباراة 100%. يعني هادشي تيبشر بالخير، الا انه انا واحد اللي تنقولوا بيرفكسيونيست، تنقلب على اكثر. كان في دوزيام ميتون كان تقدر يعني كما نقولوا تماركي اكثر تاع الاهداف، ولكن الحاجه اللي مزيانه هو انه قدرنا نديسيزيو لو ماتش في البريمير ميتون، كوم سا خليت الدراري يتسرحوا. كاين دراري اللي تاهما خداو لي الريتم ديالهم. المهم الاحساس مزيان، مرتاح للعرض اللي قدموه اللعابه ديالي، وان شاء الله نوجدوا المباراه تاع الدومي فينال ان شاء الله.
واش يمكن نعتبروا ان الهدف المسجل مبكرا في المقابله هو اللي كان المفتاح ديال الماتش؟
هو الهدف اللي سجلنا تيسهل الاموريه بيان سور، الا ان احنا كنا واثقين بانه المباراه غادي نديروها في الكفه ديالنا. الا انه لافونتاج تاع هذاك البريمير بيت هو ان تكون عندك بلي دو كونفيونس، ما تيكونش عندك البريسيون. ودوزيامون هو انه ملي ماركينا 3 بيت في البريمير ميتون قدرنا نسرحوا بعض اللعابه حتى اللي عندهم كارطون جون، يعني انه خدماتنا مصلحتنا بالنسبه كما تنقولوا للمباراه اللي جايين. السيناريو داز مزيان، ما عندناش دي بليسيور اللي يشراو في المباراه. المنتصر خاصني نشوف، ولكن ما تنظنش شي حاجه صعيبه. الحمد لله هذه غتعطينا الثقه كبيره باش ان شاء الله ندوزوا للنصف النهائي.
شي كلمه في حق الجمهور ديال فريق الوداد؟
وانا قلتها دائما، قلت لك حنا القوه ديالنا تنستعينوها، قلت لك من الله رضات الوالدين والجمهور ديالنا. عاوتاني اليوم كان رائع، الاجواء رائعه، يعني تعطيك الاحساس باش تشتغل اكثر وباش تقدم اكثر. نتمنى انا كمسؤول اول ما نخيمش ديالهم، وان شاء الله غادي يكون الخير.
حد موفق. شكرا لك كوتش. كوتش
So it was the final second leg of the quarter-finals. Wydad Casablanca hosting Enyimba FC. Moroccan Giants holding a 1-goal advantage thanks to Jabran's penalty. And then the captain headed them the right way. A goal scorer's finish from Ayoub El Amloud. A poignant presentation. And then presented a second goal. Jamal Hartness arriving from bitter rivals Raja. But that's the best way to endear yourself to your new faithful. Then wonderful skills from Hicham Bousfian. But what a finish. Moroccan international Yaya Atiyatala absolutely bulleting it past Ojo Olo Runleke. 3-0, 4 on aggregate. And Enyimba really didn't have a prayer on the night. That saw changes aplenty in the second half. Immediately, Saifdeen Burak came on, who scored a vital goal in Cairo. Although in the end, Al Ahly winning out over 2 legs in last season's Champions League final. There had been the ball going out already before Abdul Fatt tried to score 3 days shy of his birthday, and then missing the ball with Wydad players all queuing up. Boura wasn't to find a way, but Adil Ramzi may have looked worried. And overall, despite not adding to their handsome lead, it was a comfortable night as they march on to the semi-finals to face Esperance on Sunday. Well, thanks for joining us. More to come this weekend. Until then, good night.